Monster RX 93.1.
Manila's hottest Monster RX93.1. Hey everybody, my name is Gayle and welcome to another Monster exclusive interview with a very talented artist all the way from the Netherlands, making his Manila debut as well. Everybody, welcome Benny Sings. There you have it.
Yes.
Woo-hoo! To all the people in the studio, come on. Big round of applause, please. But first and foremost, Benny, welcome to Manila. How are you doing so far?
Awesome. We arrived yesterday. We had the perfect meal. It was just pure Philippine foods, and it was just awesome.
What? Wait, which Filipino food, if ever?
I don't know the words. I don't
Was
know.
it good?
It was so good. It was amazing. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad also for sure the next couple of hours, Filipino food for you as well. But again, congratulations, 20th anniversary, 2 decades. How has the journey been for you?
Oh, it's been crazy because like the first maybe 15 years, it was quite a struggle to write good songs, to get recognition and all of that. And I was kind of like maybe done with it. I was like working behind the scenes and I'm very happy with that. And then all of a sudden, like the last 5 years were like crazy and I'm traveling the world now and stuff. So that's, awesome.
And you also released a reissue of your very first album, Champagne People. So while you were in the studio, what memories did that bring? Like working from something or with something that you did in the past, especially two decades ago?
Yeah, it's so weird that I'm exactly the same, but also so much has changed. I mean, I was just alone in my room making that album, having no clue of what I was doing, having no clue if people liked that kind of music. It was just, you're totally in the dark. And it was kind of pre-internet even, so you were just guessing.
2003.
Yeah, well, I made the album in 2001-ish, so like, and maybe even before. I started in 1999, so it was just like, you don't know how to make samples or anything like that. It was just a big, weird, wild forest that I was in, you know?
So those feelings from 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago, did you still feel that like while you were making it again or like releasing the reissue or being in the studio producing it again?
No, because I'm like older and wiser now, you know? So it's great to look back to it and it's just, fun to hear that stuff again.
And speaking of change, like it's been how many decades now and you've been heavily involved in music as well. Is there like something in the music scene that has changed and you feel like, oh, okay, that's a nice type of change in the music scene, like style, genre, anything?
I mean, it's very different and it's very good because like everybody can make music now. Everybody that has a computer at home can make music. And that was different then. You needed a studio, you needed like a label, you needed everything. And right now you can just make music. If it's good enough, you can get it on Spotify and just see if it works or not, you know?
Like post it on Instagram, use it as music for your reels and it blows up.
Yeah.
Or maybe a TikTok sign.
Yeah.
Blows up.
Yeah.
So are you on TikTok also?
Yeah, but I don't know any of that, you know?
Do you plan on like getting more into it? Like maybe releasing a couple of snippets of your sound, of your music?
I mean, we'll always be doing that, but I'm never gonna be on TikTok myself, I think.
Like scrolling through your FYP?
Yeah, no.
Sign consuming, I freaking swear. And speaking of time though, like what do you do? Like, especially here in the Philippines, now that this is your first time in Manila, what have you been up to?
So I haven't done anything yet. So we're just like hopping from plane to plane and I mean, just sometimes see, I mean, this room has an awesome view, for instance. I mean, that's the small things you can enjoy right now, yeah.
And you also mentioned earlier that you've been traveling a lot, but there was an episode on Benny Talks, if I'm not mistaken. This was like a couple of months ago. Somebody asked about moving, like, oh, they were from LA, they wanted to move to Amsterdam, and then you were like, no, don't move, take up space, or like create in the area that you're in.
Yeah.
How so? Like coming from somebody who's been traveling a lot, how so?
Because the travel for me is like, I need to do that to meet my fans and to like connect with all the fans, you know. And it's not that I'm traveling because I want to leave my home, you know. I think home is the most important thing. You should like be home, be with your demons and fight them and be with your community. And you know, try to be good.
But other than home, is there like another place, wherever else in the world, that you consider has like the most impact for you in your creative process?
Ooh, that's a hard question, but I do love New York. That's for me the place where
the hustle and bustle of New York, or?
Yeah, well, it's also for me. It also has like a very friendly vibe. I don't know why, but just the streets and the buildings are just. I feel at home there as well. Yeah.
Well, I hope Manila also brings you some type of. Maybe peace, maybe a bit of creative or like, creative kick as well.
Yeah.
But Manila, what are your expectations with the crowd? We are kind of famous for like being the energy boosters of Asia.
Nice. Okay, so that I'm looking forward to it, and I'm always like excited to meet a new crowd that I've never met, you know. So I'm just like jumping in, and we'll see what happens, you know? Yeah.
Really, really excited for that one as well. Before anything else, so before we say goodbye, and before we end this Monster exclusive interview, congratulations for your Grammy nominations as well. Really excited for that. And speaking of Grammy nominations, what are your plans? What are your fans going to expect for you at the end of the year or as we cap off 2023 and for the next year as well?
For me, it's been like a busy year. Released an album at the beginning of the year, toured the whole year, and we have an amazing big show in Holland, in my hometown, Amsterdam, which is going to be the big end of that celebration of 20 years of Benny Sings. So after that, I'll be taking a break. Actually, I'll be home with the kids, and I'm looking forward to that.
And what do you miss most about home?
Be there for my kids and my family,
No place like home.
Yeah.
Once again, Benny Sings, thank you very much for
Thank
taking the time. And this has been another Monster exclusive interview with Gayle from Manila's hottest Monster, RX93.1.
Hi, I'm Benny Sings and I am a monster.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's hottest. Monster RX93.1.